Late at night, a girl in tattered clothes was abandoned on the grass. Having suffered a violent assault, the man beside her lowered his gaze in satisfaction. Suddenly, her mother called. He snatched the phone and hung up, threatening that if she dared call the police, he would make her mother's life a living nightmare. Thinking of her mother's years as a widow, a sinister idea formed in his mind. From a distance came the sound of her mother searching for her. The man rose with a meaningful smile, walking toward the mother's woes. Knowing this monster would not spare her mother, the girl trembled, grabbing a rock and hurling it at him, then smashing it furiously into his head until he lay dead. Shortly after, the girl was arrested and taken to the police station, but officers claimed there were no surveillance cameras at the scene. With the man dead, they couldn't determine if she had acted voluntarily or under duress. Even her lawyer said, "Your testimony alone won't prevail in court." He advised her to go public with her ordeal and seek help from women's associations, but she refused with a shake of her head. Eventually, she was sentenced to 5 years for excessive self-defense. Soon after, wearing prisoner number 2037, she entered the prison. When cellmates learned her story, they not only refrained from bullying her but shared food they had hoarded. Deeply moved, she heard during meals that work earned wages to support her mother outside. She joined the prison repair shop the next day. After work, she asked a guard when she would be paid. "Inside these walls, you're free labor," the guard said. "No wages." Months later, she collapsed from excruciating stomach pain. A medical exam revealed she was pregnant with the attacker's child. She burst from the infirmary and raced for the prison gate, desperate to escape, but guards caught her and confined her to solitary, unable to bear the reality. The next day, a senior inmate requested to visit her. Opening the door, she found the girl's stomach covered in scratch marks. Silent, the inmate pulled her into an embrace, whispering, "Fight to live." When her mother visited, the girl refused to see her, instead writing a lengthy letter. One day during work, she grabbed a shard of glass and stabbed at her belly, but cellmates intervened. An inmate who had been orphaned since childhood, enraged by the sight, began beating her. Guards arrived just in time to stop the attack. Back in the door, cellmates advised her to appeal. "Your pregnancy can prove your story. You might get a reduced sentence or an abortion." She filed an appeal. In the following days, guards reassigned her to lighter work. She stopped self-harming. Months later, the court delivered good news. After a retrial, her sentence was reduced from 5 years to 1. She requested an abortion, but the fetus was already 6 months along. Strangely, her belly showed no signs of a normal pregnancy. The fetus, sensing its mother's rejection, had stopped developing as a survival mechanism. Legally, abortions after 6 months were prohibited, plunging her back into despair. Pretending to have migraines, she collected painkillers from the infirmary and secretly wrote letters to each cellmate. One day, labor pains struck. She swallowed all the painkillers, placed the letters to her cellmates by the door, then lay down in. She was found and rushed to the infirmary. Though prepared to die, she survived the emergency treatment only to fall into a vegetative state. Her mother wept uncontrollably upon hearing the news, buying her daughter's favorite pizza, fantasizing she would wake up upon returning. But reality remained cruel. After an unknown period, one morning her finger twitched. The child had been adopted by a cellmate. In a room, her mother folded clothes. Next to them lay her daughter's civil service acceptance letter. Becoming a civil servant had been her lifelong dream. Just then, a knock came at the door.